Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Cooper, and I'm the Vice President of Operations at the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation, located about 40 miles south of Washington, D.C., here in very cold Northern Virginia. I hope the weather there in Southern California is much better. It is a great pleasure to be able to speak to you today at your Volunteer Appreciation Luncheon. First, thank you to all the volunteers and Marines for supporting the Antelope Valley Toys for Tots campaign. Your commitment to give back and assist your local community is noteworthy, and your efforts will have a lasting impact on the children that you helped. Specifically, I would like to thank Karen Davis for your drive, initiative, and leadership over the last 7 years in making this program an absolute success. Before we talk about the Antelope Valley Toys for Tots campaign specifically, I'd like to talk about the program generally to give you some background. Many of you know this story since you're less than 100 miles from where the program actually began in Los Angeles. Since 1775, Marines have been most ready when our nation is least ready. For over 276 years, Marines have answered America's call as our nation's 911 force. The answer to America's call to help struggling families when they most need assistance is the Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots program. Marines, sailors, and tens of thousands of volunteers answer that call and help bring the joy of Christmas and send a message of hope to America's less fortunate children each year. Toys for Tots is the Marine Corps' premier community outreach program, and it's America's most well-known Christmas time charity endeavor. As you know, we just completed the 74th year of successfully assisting families struggling financially during the Christmas season. Our program facilitates the Marine Corps' connection to our nation through assisting its greatest resource, its children. Now, in 1947, in Los Angeles, Major Bill Hendricks, United States Marine Corps Reserve, and his wife Diana spearheaded the creation of this program. They had a vision that they wanted to help children in Los Angeles County. Matter of fact, Diana spearheaded this drive by making the first toy that was distributed, a Raggedy Ann doll. The Marines of the Marine Training Unit, in their dress blues, distributed about 5,000 toys in 1947. Next year, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Cates, had heard about this program and decided that he wanted to make this a national program. In 1948, 74 Marine Corps units across 25 states participated in the first national Toys for Tots campaign. Matter of fact, Bill Hendricks, who in his normal work life worked at Warner Brothers, knew a gentleman named Walt Disney. In 1948, Walt Disney actually created the first Toys for Tots poster with our 3-car train logo and the name Toys for Tots. Throughout the years after, Marines and volunteers worked tirelessly to help less fortunate children in their communities. In 1996, the local community organization program began, which created organizations like yours to help less fortunate children where the Marine Corps could not. In 1996, there were 180 reserve units and 65 LCOs. This past year in 2021, there were 142 reserve units and 690 LCOs across our nation. Now, I pulled out the definition of a volunteer from Webster's. That definition is a person who voluntarily offers himself or herself for a service or undertaking without pay. As a Toys for Tots volunteer, you provided your most precious of resources, your time, to participate in the annual Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots campaign. I want to express the thanks from not only the thousands of families that you have assisted, but the thanks of the Commandant of the Marine Corps and the President and CEO of the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation. As the Marine Corps' primary community outreach program, the Marine Toys for Tots program touches millions of children across our nation each year. Your service, however, impacts more than your local community. It positively impacts our Marine Corps. Your dedication to our program was instrumental to thousands of less fortunate children in the Antelope Valley area. Each of you were critical in the success of this campaign. From toy collection box distribution and the collection of those boxes, to meticulously sorting and packing the toys to distribute to individual families and organizations. But a few of you deserve special recognition. I've already mentioned Karen Davis, whose leadership in the campaign was so critical in its success. Down in the warehouse, Lavoya, Patrick, and Marilyn Casey, thank you for the efforts that you gave to make the warehouse a success. Stephanie Daniluk and Staff Sergeant Albert Rodriguez, the Santa Clarita managers of corporate partnerships for the last 7 years, were critical in getting those corporate donors to donate money and toys. Finally, the Marine Corps League, Antelope Valley Detachment number 930, your efforts in volunteering your time was critical. And I'd like to call out the special thanks to Commandant Chris Chandler for leading that detachment in the Toys for Tots effort. Marine Recruiting Office in Lancaster, Staff Sergeant Antonio Campbell. Although the Marine recruiters, it's not their mission to do Toys for Tots, Marine recruiters across our nation help with this effort every year. So thank you, Staff Sergeant. And finally, Sabrina, I guess first, we're thankful for your health. I guess you had an accident and totaled your car, but you worked tirelessly many days to help the campaign out. A local campaign cannot function without key donors and key sponsors. So first, thank you, Learn for Life. You donated the warehouse space for the last 3 years. Realty Executives, the City of Lancaster, and Miss Katie Welch and Jordan Cooker hosted a Toys for Tots studded event for the campaign each year. Key sponsors were Walmart, Stater Brothers, Paris Law Firm, and the Southern California Gas Company. So thank you very much for all that you did for supporting the Antelope Valley Toys for Tots campaign. Well, in 2020, your campaign did the following. And this was during the first year of the pandemic. You collected 22,000 toys, you distributed 35,000 toys, you assisted 8,000 children, and you collected over 16,000 in donations. This past year in 2021, your efforts knocked it out of the park, a home run. You collected over 39,000 toys, distributed 50,000 of those toys to assist 12,000 children, and you collected 32,000 in donation. That is just amazing. And thank you all for those efforts to make over 12,000 children, have them wake up to a very wonderful Christmas morning. Nationally, this past year, we went into overdrive. 832 local campaigns distributed over 22 million toys to 8.7 million children, which is 1.3 million children more than in 2020 when the pandemic started. So the totals, since 1947, over 626 million toys, books, and games have been distributed to over 280 million less fortunate children. Our outlook is great, and we're getting ready already to start planning the 75th anniversary of the Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots program. Thank you very much to each and every one of you, Marines, volunteers, corporate sponsors, donors. All of your efforts were critical in assisting over 12,000 children there in the Palmdale area. So thank you, Antelope Valley Toys for Tots campaign. I look forward to seeing what you do in this upcoming 75th national campaign. Thank you very much, and have a great luncheon.